Well, I'm back. Lima Sierra 1. The other day I went to the range over the weekend and ran some different loads through this comp that Shadow Systems put out. Told you guys I was going to go out there. So I torched the screws down just fine. This has been checked and cleared, by the way. Nothing in there, as you can tell. But anyway, this compensator, I torqued it down to the exact specs and did not have it come loose. I did have it come loose because I didn't tighten it down exactly to the specs beforehand. It didn't fly off or anything, but so once I tightened it to the specs that they set, it was great. So didn't use any Loctite. So I ran a couple hundred rounds through it of different types of loads. You know what? It might have been more than a couple hundred rounds. But ran anything from Winchester, the cheap Winchester 115 to what is it? The jacketed hollow point from Browning. It's the 147 grain. Yeah. So I ran my duty ammo, which is the Gold Dot series with the polymer. It's not the polymer, the silicone filled tips. And also other types of duty ammo and carry ammo. I ran, what was it? It was the Hornady Critical Defense. I ran through there. Absolutely no issues. I ran cheap stuff, expensive stuff, not one stoppage, not one, it didn't lose any power. And I noticed that the gun did run considerably flatter than before. So I'm liking it so far. I want to get more testing done with this. It's just going to take time and more money. I'm going to have to probably set up a Patreon or something like that. I'll let you guys know if I do that. Because this stuff is expensive, going out there, range feed, gas. And I am doing this as a hobby. If you guys want to help me make some financial decisions that are not correct, by all means, help me out here. But I do like this setup a lot. Cool thing about this. Hold on, let me go get my carry holster. All right, I'm back. So I got the floodlight from, what is it called? Filster, yeah. Fits the TLR1. And this right here is a great fit. Notice how there's still a little bit of room left in here. You could legit carry a Glock 34 in this holster with no issues because that's the length of the holster regardless. So guys, if you guys were worried about carrying a Glock 34 in your concealment holster, especially with Filster, there's no worries that you should have about it. So I actually, as far as an inside the waistband holster, this serves my purposes. And yeah, so I got that holster. Fits in the Ragnarok just fine from T-Rex Arms. Actually comes down exactly at the right point. It's actually ever so slightly out of the holster, but it'll do its job. So if you have a MR920 with the comp on it, there you go. Fits in the Ragnarok just fine. Now this is actually, I bought this Ragnarok off a buddy of mine. Quick tip for you guys. This is actually a Ragnarok for his SIG P3, I think it was his P320 with the TLR1 on it. But if you tighten the screws down, the tensioning screws, it fits this Glock just fine. I have or Shadow Systems or Glock. I carry Glock 45 a lot of times as well. Fits it just fine. I I would definitely trust this, for just solid retention. It's great. I actually like it slightly better than the Filster. Filster, there's a bit of give to the Kydex and Flex. The Ragnarok is super solid. Like, I definitely have a lot more confidence in that, especially for an outside the waistband holster. So, anyway, now I was telling you guys about the Safariland holster. So here's my Safariland holster setup. This is, what is this model number? This is actually the concealment holster. This would actually have a paddle just like this. This Ragnarok is also compatible with the Safariland. But it came with a flat dark earth version for the paddle. But I put this QLS fork on here. Now this is the 6378 RDS. So it's meant for a Glock 17, but I changed out the plug. I have a holster that it's basically the same holster. It's just a 6300 series RDS. And it was originally meant for a Glock 34. They use the same exact form when they're making these holsters. All they do is just change out the plug. The plug is varying lengths depending on the gun that you have. So if you have a Glock 34, all that's different about the holster is the different size plug at the bottom. So if you do have a Glock 34 holster and you only have another Glock 17 holster, you have some options. So Shadow System fits just fine in the holster. Like I said, it is kind of difficult to get it in the holster, but it's just fine on the draw. There's no issues whatsoever with presenting it. So that's a quick tip for you guys. And yeah, solid lockup, everything. Put it on this drop leg right here. Got the 1110 with the cover for my tourniquet. So, and I put this wrap on here. This is a wrap that you can get off of Amazon. I think it's Dangerfield Customs. It's a holster wrap, and I even put it on this right here, and just tried to, make it look nice, make it look uniform. But it's not just about that. It's about the concealment. The camouflage. So, but it's a smooth draw, no issues with it. Funny enough, with these extended base plates, you have a compact frame with full-size magazines and a compensator and a full-size holster. You basically have a full-size gun with more options. So this is a slick little setup. It's really fast, and I'm liking the compensator so far on the Shadow Systems. I'll give you more of my thoughts as I do more testing. But until then, what I'm going to do, if you look at this little thing right here, this will give you an idea of some of the things that I have planned for the future. Some of the things I'll be reviewing. If you know anything about some of these places. So give me a shout out down below. What you guys would like to see next. I'll see what I can do. And I'll catch you guys later. Be safe.